I don't know. Do you? So often when we're not certain, and I've been talking about this for the past 4 years. And before that, we all thought that we had certainty. We all thought that we knew things. However, in the last 4 years, the whole globe, globally, we have been shaken. We have been asked to look at our values. We have been asked to look at our bottom line. I call that non-negotiables. And when we do that, when we actually take that time, take that energy to get to know ourselves, because ultimately that's what it's all about. When you feel stuck, and I was watching The Curse of Oak Island last night, and they were going down a tube. I can't remember how wide it was, not that wide, but maybe 8 feet. And there were two of them, and they were diving, and one of them said, "I'm stuck." And everybody on the surface started to panic. You could see it in their face. You could see it in their eyes. You could see it in their posture. They were all very concerned about the diver who got stuck. So we get stuck in our lives all of the time. And sometimes we stay in that stuckness. Or today, the way that I'm getting unstuck, because I have a plan for a few weeks from now, but after that, it's a blank slate one more time. So how I cope with that, I believe this is a very adaptive way to do this, is today I harvested from my garden. Now, it's not much, but I did it. I have green beans. I have tomatoes that are falling off the vine. I'm not quite sure what that's about. I have chard and I have kale. And behind me, I have all the makings of chutney. So for me, the way that I get from stuck to unstoppable, because I talk about that, is I get into action. And taking that action is it's momentum, right? It's starting to move through. So no matter what's going on for you, if you're feeling stuck, take a walk, cook something. I've got hard-boiled eggs going on over there. I've got chutney going on over here. I've got taking care of the beans so I can have them in the winter if I'm here. Because when we believe that we need to be certain before we take action, most often we won't take the action, because I need to know how it's all going to work out. I need to know that I'm going to be safe, I'm going to be secure, I'm going to be stable, and I'm going to be certain. Well, you're on the wrong planet for all of that. So how we take that stuckness and move it into unstoppableness is actually by, first of all, sharing. And saying to somebody, like, I feel a little stuck. And when you do that, just the momentum of you getting it out to the universe gets a little wake up. And maybe somebody calls you and says, "Oh, do you want to go for a walk?" Or maybe somebody needs to go and get something, and that you can facilitate for them. When we acknowledge where we are and how we're feeling, the last few weeks here in the United States have been a little like that, as things fall apart, begin to coalesce, and then we get to shape them if we're willing to take the action. But if we're not willing to take the action, guess what happens? Zippity-doo-dah, nothing. So if you're feeling a little stuck, I've been all pissy about the rain. It's already frickin' raining. And it's not even the end of August. So I had my little temper tantrum about that and got through that. And then I went, oh, okay, so that's what's true. How I respond to it is how I pave my way through this. So if you're feeling a little stuck, do a little something. I've switched over to coconut sugar here, and it's on the table because it's part of the ingredients for chutney. And what I've noticed is that I'm not feeling as jiggy as I was when I was using white sugar or even brown sugar. So I don't know if that's a helpful tip for you or not, but when you're feeling stuck, do something, because inertia Inertia allows you to stay right where you are. And imagine, just for a moment, imagine that your life depends upon you becoming unstuck. Your life depends upon you getting into action. The way that we become unstoppable, the way that we change the world is first of all by changing ourselves. So I'm about to do some cooking because that's what, first of all, makes my heart sing. Second of all, it gets my momentum going again from going, oh my God, things are so uncertain. However, I've told you lots of times before, and I'll tell you again, the earth shakes 55 times a day. There are measurable earthquakes. There's weather going on all over the place that devastates things. There is no certainty. So when we allow ourselves to go, oh, okay, there's no certainty. What can I depend upon? Learn to trust yourself. Learn to trust your process. And you only do this, in my opinion, by learning your non-negotiables. In my course, that's 6 weeks long, Craft Your Dream Life with the Magic of Shamanic Journeys. We do that. We get to know ourselves. We get to understand our priorities. We get to look at our beliefs and know, are they life affirming or life destroying, holding us right where we are, stuck and feeling uncertain, unsafe, and unsure. So I'm just about coming to the end of taking my summer off, and I've got to tell you, it's been a challenge. When you're a doer rather than a beer, what happens is that, you've got this momentum always going, and then you take the summer off. So how do you spend it? I started growing things because I needed to feel some rooting. I needed to feel like I was tending something. If I wasn't tending to you and my business, then what would I tend to? Myself, and because I love to grow things, plants. So I focused my energy and my intention into that. So if you're feeling a little lost, a little uncertain, a little bit like you'd like to take more control of your life, then let me know and join me for that 6 weeks that's coming up in September as I come to the end of taking the summer off. So blessings, namaste, ho, and let's give away some love. So energize your hands. Take a nice deep breath. Put your hands on your heart, and remember, your heart is not here. It's not there. It's not all over your chest. It's just as big as your fist, and it's located right over here on the left side of your body, the feminine side of the body. And here's what I believe. An idea becomes a thought. If we take action on that, the idea of chutney became a thought. And I took action on it. I went and got all of the ingredients. And guess what? Now I get to make that. So an idea became a thought. I passed it through my heart, and it had heart and meaning for me. So the feminine side, it had heart and meaning. The masculine side, the right side, I took action on it. I went and got what was necessary to make what is my heart's desire. So put your hands on your heart, take a nice deep breath, and open fully. I open fully to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. One more time. I open fully to give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept, big old bowls with your hands, and embrace, put it in your heart, all the good the universe has for me. One last time. I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. Now, freely is, to me, important. I can freely go and get the ingredients to make chutney. I can pick the pears and the apples off the tree. I can get the beans from out there because I freely give myself permission per my mission. So what's your mission? Where are you today and where are you going? And most of all, in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. Namaste, aho, bliss, and love ya. See ya. Bye. Thanks for watching.